Howdy, y'all.
Hi, guys.
It's Ryan
And Angela. That's enough.
from RNA Music.
They're not going to be able to hear you.
You can't hear me?
I could barely hear you. So.
I can't hear me.
I can breathe better now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can imagine
much
so.
better.
That's ridiculous.
From RNA Music, Ryan,
And Angela.
your favorite mama pop music lesson studio,
Yes.
and sometimes guitar shop. It's episode 250 of Ask RNA.
Epic.
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 Epic. Legendary.
Yes.
Legendary. We're going to answer y'all's questions right up in here in just a minute. Let's get to it. All right, welcome back to another episode of Ask RNA. I clapped.
Yes, you
Did
did.
you notice that?
You did. You clapped.
It helps me like splice the video together to have
Right.
little sound spikes. Anyways, we answer questions. In this video, we have other videos, but this one's about answering questions from all you wonderful people all over the world.
Get to know us better.
Yeah, get to know us better. So, if you're new here, please subscribe, hit the little bell to get notified of all our future videos. And yeah. If you're not new here, just go ahead, thumbs up, because you know you like us if you're already back. If you're already back again, thumbs up. And we're going to answer some questions today. There were quite a few questions last week, so we can't answer
We appreciate
all
it.
of them. Thank you guys so much. We do not have time today to answer all the questions from last week's video, but we talked about maybe doing a Saturday Night Live thing, maybe to come back to the questions we didn't have time for today, and then do a little live chatty chat, possibly tomorrow night, so be on the lookout for that. But without further ado, let's get to the first question today.
Yes.
First question, Jim Grew, hashtag Ukes for Ange. Angela needs some ukuleles. Hi from Florida. I was wondering if Ryan uses special moisturizer on his hands so he can clap with such crisp tones throughout the entire video. Are frequent applications required? RNA Music rocks.
Understandable question. It's
Great
good.
question.
It's deep.
You possibly noticed last week that we maybe emphasized the leg slaps and the claps. I never really thought about it until somebody pointed it out that they really were agitated how often I slapped my leg.
Yeah.
I think it's just a reflex. But
Right.
one of the things it does actually is it creates a little spike in the audio timeline. So when I'm editing a freaking hour and a half video, I can scroll to like, oh, there's a spike. That's probably the end of that question. Or a clap,
Yep.
just like in the movies, so they know when to sync up everything, audio and video. That's my legit excuse.
Yeah.
It's really just kind of a,
It's a habit.
yeah, it's a habit.
It's a tick.
It's a tick. It's like blinking. We're laughing.
Or using your hands when you talk.
We're talking with your hands.
Yes.
Or running like you're chopping the air.
Yes.
You don't really have to run that way.
No.
But yeah. So now it's a thing. Now do I know that it annoys one person out of millions of people who watch our videos.
Yeah.
One guy is agitated about it. So now I'm probably going to do it more. I'm pretty sure. No, I don't really use any special moisturizer for the crisp tones.
It's just dry air
Yeah.
in the room. I think that's what it is.
Well, lately it's been a lot of soap and water and hand sanitizer. Like the last couple of days. The last couple of days it's been a lot of washing with soap and some hand sanitizer.
Right.
Which you cannot buy locally anymore. Unless you go to the gas station, because nobody buys hand sanitizer at the gas
Or
station.
they don't think to buy hand.
They don't think about it. I went over to get me a Diet Sprite, and I was like, oh man, they got a big thing of hand sanitizer at Bob's Town and Country gas station, Phillips 66, Canton, Texas.
Bob's.
I bought the last one though, so they probably don't have it anymore. But
not.
yeah, no special hand sanitizer. Well, no special lotion.
Right.
Do you use lotion?
Yes, I do at night before I go to bed.
Regularly?
Yeah, pretty regular.
I haven't noticed. Am I asleep?
Keep it by the bed, and at night when I'm sitting there, I just
I know you used to, like, all the time, you know.
Yeah. There's just a little thing of Jergens.
Jergens?
I just because it keeps my hands from waking up and they're sore and cracked and
Dry it out.
because I do wash my hands like all day long. I've always washed my hands. That's probably why I'm never sick because I do wash my hands like all the time. I don't leave the restroom without washing my hands. I wash my hands before I eat, before I make dinner, before I cook my food. I wash my hands before I do anything like that. So
you're
I'm
saying
always washing my hands, and I'm usually never sick.
people with dry hands probably wash them a lot.
If I'm ever like not feeling well, especially like y'all were like, well, I know that you not feel. It's usually allergies. It's not because of an virus.
Virus or anything like that.
Yeah. So.
Nope.
So I do lotion because I do wash my hands quite a bit.
Yeah. I've used lotion on my feet. I don't use them on my hands. Actually, I haven't done it in a long time. On my feet. Thanks for the question, Jim. It's my favorite so far. Until the next question. Next question. Thank you, Jim Grew. Hank Rott's guitar with the next question. Hashtag Ukes for Ange. Ryan, do you collect anything other than guitars and guns? I'm starting a sword/medieval weapon collection alongside my guitars. LOL. Do I collect anything? Kind of. Sort of. I don't really collect guns, by the way, so let's clear that up real quick. I don't have an extensive gun collection.
No, not even remotely.
Yeah, we've got maybe...
A few. A little bit.
I have less guns than I have guitars.
There you go.
I will tell you that.
Say that.
We don't.
Okay.
I don't have as many guns as I have guitars.
Yeah,
we don't
want to put the number out there.
No, we don't want.
That's just
Nobody needs to know
No.
how many guns a person owns.
especially
It's nobody's business
documented.
in the public. I don't collect guns. I know people who do.
Yes.
But
And we will not tell you who they are. Again.
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Oh,
I don't know what happened. Probably the only thing I kind of collect on a regular basis now. What are you looking at?
Your Thors.
I haven't.
Like, there's a whole shelf full of toys over here. Like, a plethora of...
Yeah, there's a couple of things here in my lesson room. I have multiple Thors.
Yeah, let me get a phone out.
No, I'm going to film it later.
Okay.
I'll put it in as B-roll. So
Okay,
I'll do that.
gotcha.
So I know, I have students that come in, they're like, I'm asked, like, who's your favorite Avenger? And they're like, Spider-Man. I'm like, he's not a real Avenger. I mean, he is, but it's not really there. Iron Man. I'm like, you know who my favorite one is? And they're like, oh, well, Thor. I'm like, well, yeah, there's Thor. There's Thor. There's Thor. There's Thor. There's a Thor. There's Thor. There's a Thor. There's Thor hammer. There's the Thor hammer.
There's a Thor hammer.
There's a Thor hammer axe. And,
There's a Thor hammer down there.
There's a wooden Thor. There's a plushy Thor. There's
A crochet Thor.
a handcrafted crochet Thor from Lolly's Loops.
Yes.
There's
So yeah, that's what he collects.
Yeah.
That's what he collects.
yeah
Besides.
Thor paraphernalia. that actively, if I see something in a store somewhere, I'm like, oh, this is Thor. I'm getting that. Got some Thor socks. That's the only thing that I really kind of keep my eyes peeled. That I'm like actively trying to find. If I see it, I will buy it.
Right.
Right. Now, I do have, we just found, or my mom just found a collection of my old toys from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
She's had them in storage for forever, and she didn't know it.
We need to set up a shelf right there for them.
I do. I know. So, like,
So they can get off
my
the
old
kitchen
G.I.
table.
Joes and some He-Man and some Transformer stuff. I mean, I was so excited when I went and my mom sent me pictures. She's like, hey, look what I found. I'm like, I'll be there in 30 minutes, Mom. It's a 40-minute drive. And I got there. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm kind of contemplating going back and getting like old classic G.I. Joes because I had so much fun. Like all mine were busted. Their guts, not their guts, but the rubber band that holds your G.I. Joes together. Most of them are cracked and broken. And I had fun. I fixed like 7 of them. I was like, it was. So I'm kind of thinking about going back and getting the classic Joes from like 82 to like 92, 94. I think some classic G.I. Joes. I haven't started doing that, but right now it's just Thor stuff. So yeah. Do you collect anything, Lala?
Not really. I mean, I have yarn and stuff like that, but I don't really collect it because I use it.
It just piles up.
It just ends up piling up for most, because a lot of the stuff that I do have excess of, it is what people have given me, because they're like, here's a bag of yarn, but the yarn I usually buy for myself, I usually use all of it.
You have a plethora of unused
That's really smelly.
skeins of our. It's just orange. You don't like oranges?
Not in the mood for that
Vitamin
smell.
C.
Really not in the mood for that smell. So yeah, I'm trying to think of what do I actually collect.
Texas cups.
No.
Ukuleles.
I'd like to, but I really don't.
You're starting to. You're beginning to.
I had little moments where but then I get tired of
Doctor Who?
little bird figurines. I have a collection of those. I do have a collection of snow globes.
Is it owls that you were?
No,
Who was into owls?
I don't know.
Somebody like little figurine owl.
I do not have. I've never owned a figurine. I had got
Who was it? A
salt and pepper.
She into chickens.
Owls. Yes, Mom likes roosters and chickens.
That's right.
We're spending way too much time on this question. So yes, I have a couple of things, but sometimes I'll like it and then my taste change because I love change. So I get rid of stuff.
She collects change.
I do. I collect street change.
You collect money.
I collect money that
Found
other people
on the
have
street.
discarded on the ground that they forget is falling out of their pockets.
You actively look for that.
I do.
Like we're walking through the parking lot at Walmart to get some toilet
I'm
paper.
staring down at the
where
ground.
is
I look for street change.
that is you do collect that
Yes.
aggressively.
Yes,
You
I'm really.
aggressively
Yes, I
collect
really do.
street change.
I really do. Now it's become, because I've been actually driving a lot lately with helping my mom and dad. So I'm like really intently looking because I'm in more places now than just staying at home. So, yeah.
Gas station parking lots, you can find nickels and dimes and pennies.
All kinds of fun treasures.
All right.
Yes.
What do you guys and girls collect? Do y'all collect anything other than guitars? Let us know down below in the comment section. Great question, Hank. Thank you. Next question. Dastardly Dave. Congrats on the 250 milestone.
Yeah.
250 episodes of Ask RNA. I did the math the other day, like 250 times, like, well, how many years it was? It's like 4.5 years, almost 5 years.
Sweet.
Ish.
Yeah.
Ish. Give or take. There are a few weeks we didn't do it, but.
Yeah.
Without cheating, what is the oldest Ask RNA question you can remember? Hashtag Ukes for Ange. Oldest Ask RNA question I can remember without cheating. It's probably, do you collect anything other than guns and guitars? Without cheating. I didn't cheat for that.
No.
I did not.
I don't remember our oldest question. If I can think of something that kind of stood out to me, would be probably like one question we had, and I don't remember how far it was ago. It might have been just like a month ago. Was what would you take with you on if you were deserted on an island, and it can't be guitars and it can't be Ryan or something like that. It was just, and Ryan was like, "What? Why can't it be me?
Why can't I be with you? Oh.
Why can't I be on?" And he was like, "Well, I guess I have my own island, and then I'm gonna be." I don't
remember that question.
Yeah, I thought that.
I don't remember
funny.
that answer. I'll put it that way.
I remember that because it was kind of funny, because I was like, "What?"
I remember the one where Pat was our guest.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So in like 2014, there was one where Pat was Pat David Music from Australia. Crikey.
He was sitting on the couch with us.
Yeah, and he was actually in the first. No, that was when we did we speak Australian with Texas accents. But we were in here, and he came in like, "Hi guys," and he sort of like poked in for the last couple of questions.
Yeah, that was fun.
But yeah,
that was fun.
But really, I can't remember questions from last week.
Yeah, no.
Or the week before. Every now and then, like if there was something really controversial, like there was like, "What do you think about Gibson suing?"
Yeah.
Whoever, Dean or Gibson. goes into bankruptcy or like those, but those have been like in the past year or so.
Yeah.
But that's just because those were very viral topics. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I remember that because that was, significant. But yeah, going back further than a year or two, I probably couldn't remember. So I do remember the last one, which was I'm cheating. It was from Hank Rott's guitar.
Yeah.
So that's about it.
Yeah. Thanks, Dastardly Dave.
Thank you, Dastardly Dave. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Episode 250 is pretty awesome.
Yes.
Next question, Bubba Fang. Question, hashtag. What is better, old or new, and not just guitars? I love classic cars, but I remember the repair bills too. LOL. I miss my Trans Am. But new vehicles are so much smoother. Sure, the same can be said on new anything. Hashtag Ukes for Ange. Hashtag 250 Legend. Love life authentic. All right. What is better, old or new, and not just guitars? That's a good question.
Depends on what it is. I think there's some things that you just want it brand new because no one's tinkered with it or messed,
I don't like old food. I like new food.
I like brand new food out of the package.
Fresh.
Fresh
food, please.
Not ABC food. So yeah, I guess it depends on what it is. Like I like old guitars. I mean, not guitars, but cars.
Me too. I love you so much. Old guitars.
I love old cars.
Oh, cars.
But I get it. Like the newer ones run a lot smoother. But I love the smell of an old car, the inside. Like I miss. Someone had some
smells
really
like the
strong.
70s.
Yes, someone had some really strong exhaust the other day, and it got in our car. And I was like, oh my gosh, it smells like the 70s. Like it smells like every car smelled like, because the exhaust, like you always had some kind of exhaust coming through your vehicle.
Because they were made of real metal.
Yes.
Like everything
and there was
metal.
cracks, and and like the floorboards would come apart sometimes in cars. So you'd have that metal rumbling underneath your feet. Like I miss that sensation. I miss that smell. Everybody smoked, so there was always that remnant of tobacco in almost everybody's car, and it just is very nostalgic.
It smelled like John Wayne movies.
It just smelled really good. So I mean, that kind of stuff I like. Old.
Interesting. You said repair bills. Because I'm thinking like, man, we should get an older car because older cars are easier to work on.
Yeah.
Like if you can do some mechanical stuff, and I'm not a pro mechanic by any means, but I've changed an alternator, I've changed a fuel pump, I've changed, fuel filters, I've changed starters, I've replaced brake pads. I mean, there's like for someone who's not a mechanic,
right?
There's something. Now I've never like replaced a transmission,
right,
or put in new headers or replaced, that stuff. But I would assume with the older vehicles, it's actually simpler to work on than newer ones. If you can do it yourself, but maybe you have to do it a lot more frequently than on new cars. So maybe we shouldn't get an older car.
I don't know. I like the idea of an older car, but like what you were saying about it's easier to fix. Like my mom and dad have this.
The Traverse?
No, it's like an
Equinox.
Yes, like an Equinox, and one of the computer systems went out of it, so whenever you come to a complete stop, it almost turns off, and you have to release the brake, and it comes back on because a piece of the computer won't work.
The computers.
So I don't like the idea of a computer. Especially now that computers are pretty far out there compared to like
sophisticated
25 years ago.
Yeah.
But they're still not there yet to where I completely feel comfortable relying on an all computer type car.
Yeah. What if it locks up your...
I like that there are some kind of mechanics, belts and gears and, stuff that...
You're in control.
Yeah.
You push a brake, it stops.
That someone can say, look, this is what's wrong, and it won't cost, as much as the car to fix. I got guitar in the brain.
Yeah, me too.
I want a ukulele. That's what it is. We're going to order ukuleles today.
Are we?
Yes.
Okay. We should do that probably.
Yes. Because I want one. I want this one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I agree.
Like,
it depends.
But I like the idea of like when we went to the trade I'll say car. Guitar. What's wrong with me today? Too much exhaust. The guitar trade show or the guitar show in Dallas. Going back and seeing all those old ukuleles, I know. All those like old ukuleles and those old listen to me.
I'm listening. Old.
No, I said car. I'm not saying that you're ignoring me. Yes. No, all those old guitars. Mercy.
I love old guitars.
Take 2. Boop. And we're back. No, so I loved looking at all the nostalgic stuff. So, but
vintage.
But seeing all the brand new stuff that was released, especially with Kala that have all those brand new things, they look vintage, but they're brand new. Mm-hmm. To get my hands on one of those, I like. So it just depends. It depends on what mood I'm in, I guess.
Both are better.
Both.
Old Star Wars is better than new Star Wars.
Truth.
Right?
Oh,
For sure. For sure.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you guys think? What do you prefer? Old stuff or new stuff? Cars and guitars. And guns.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the question, Bubba Fang. Oh, no. Yeah. Bubba Fang. Yeah. Next question. Walking Dead 1369. Hashtag Ukes for Ange.
For me.
When buying a guitar for a beginner, what is more important in your professional opinions? A guitar that has a certain quality or a guitar that may be less nice, but the one they pick out? Oh, that's a good question. What do you think?
For a beginner? Honestly, we've had some kids pick some pretty cheap guitars, and they've done them well for a beginner. I mean, they can get something with like extreme quality, but then we see a lot of beginners not keep with the guitar. So, I think it just depends on the kid and how dedicated they are to playing, if you would want to spend that kind of money. But now some guitars, I think, have to have some kind of good quality with the strings and being able to have the tone and the sound, because that will add to their frustration. If it's too poorly made, then it will not make them want to learn as much, because they won't hear what they think they should hear out of their guitar. So it just depends on the student. The student and the type of how inexpensive and how poor quality you get. You can't get like a first act guitar from Walmart.
I've had kids bring in like guitars like, this is basically a toy.
Yeah,
like, they cannot play on this. It will not stay in tune. You're going to need to buy...
Or you need to invest in something.
A real guitar. I mean, even if it's not from us.
Right. If you found one online or something like that, just do it. Because it will... it does add to the frustration of the student. If it wasn't, it goes back to the old or new. If it was Uncle Joe's guitar and he didn't take care of it and it's been in a closet and the pickups are not working and
strings are 10 miles off the fretboard.
Strings are, or the knobs are not working, or there's fretboard issues, then buying a brand new, fairly inexpensive but good quality guitar would help the student kind of spark that kind of I want to learn. Look at my shiny brand new guitar, So it just depends. I
kind of lean on a better quality is better, just because guitar is already a pretty challenging instrument to learn anyways for everybody. And I would rather see a student get a better quality guitar, because it's going to be easier to play than a lower quality guitar that is a real pretty color or something. Because when it comes down to it, being able to play is kind of the end result thing.
Yeah.
So I'd rather see them get something that's a little bit easier to play, maybe not as shiny or pointy or polka dots or whatever. A budget is always a concern, of course, but there are some brands that make really good beginner starter guitars that are as easy as you can make them to play. I mean, they're not going to play like $1,000, or $2,000 guitar, but But like she said, it's up to the kid. We've seen some kids that had some really crappy instruments, but they were super determined to learn to play it. It didn't faze them at all.
They didn't.
And we've had some kids who had pretty decent guitars, and they just didn't do it because it was still challenging, and they didn't really want to put in the time and effort to learn.
That's true too.
Honestly, is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
So it does depend on the kid. I'd rather see somebody get a guitar that's easier to play though, because they have a much better chance, I think, of continuing their journey with an instrument that you don't feel like you're fighting the whole time. So
right.
There you go. Thank you, Walking Dead. Great question. Next question. Just Fun Guitar with a single question this time.
Hey, look at you.
Yay. It says, thanks for the answers, Team RNA. Team RNA. We just watched the Pokemon, what was it?
Yeah, Detective
Pikachu?
Yeah.
We watched that 2 nights ago. We were like, where's Team Rocket?
I know.
I'm waiting for Team Rocket. They're not.
I thought they were kind of sneaking it in at first. I was like, oh, this must be them. No. Flying off again.
Team RNA.
Yeah.
Hashtag Ukes for Ange. Hashtag KTMA. New question. What is the most soulful notes to sing and to play on guitar? Most soulful notes. Probably an A.
I was thinking the same.
You were?
Yes. I was.
An A.
Yeah. Yeah. You go A minor. Like those. Because it has that kind of,
Scooping up to an A.
Yeah. It's just that, I don't know, something about that A.
So really like, something about that A.
Yeah.
That sounds like a song. Like starting on a G and bending up to an A, or a G sharp scooping up to an A would probably be good. With a little bit of vibrato. A little bit of vibrato on that A.
Yeah.
would be good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but a single note without any other reference notes, it's really hard to say. Like, you need something to measure that note against, you know?
It depends on the person. If you aren't inclined to sing soulful, you'll need a bigger building block than just a single note. But if you are inclined to be very soulful, it doesn't matter what note it is, you can make it soulful.
Yeah. And I think the soul doesn't come from the specific pitch. I think it comes from things like vibrato, for
the
sure,
bend,
and then scooping into it, whether you're on a guitar, bending up to the note, or sliding up to the note.
Yeah.
The approach to the note.
Even bending your voice to the note, having that, having those going from up to a note. It's the same bend, the same curve, the same kind of scoop that makes it more soulful.
Soulful.
So
it's the ornamentation
yes.
of the note that gives it soul.
Yeah, where do you want that
feel.
note to go, and how long do you want to sustain it, and what do you want to connect it to? And that it depends on the note that you're connecting it to next, and it also, as a vocalist, it depends on where you want to connect it in your own soul. Where do you want? How are you translating that note? What are you trying to say with that note? What do you want the audience to hear you express with that note? So,
but an A. Thanks for the question, Chris. Appreciate it, man. What do you guys think is the most soulful note?
Yeah.
You can play. Next question. Oh, final question for today,
great.
which is good because we're running out of time.
Yes.
Final question. Terry Starks. Hey guys. Hashtag KTMA and Ukes for Ange.
Yes.
That's hard to say. I keep wanting to go Ook. Ook for Ong.
Ook for Ong.
Ook for Ong. If you had Angela, question for Angela.
Okay.
Angela, if you had pursued a solo singing career, where would have been your epic place to sing? The Hollywood Bowl, battery problems.
About seasoning their Chinese food.
Where would have been your epic place to sing? The Hollywood Bowl, Madison Square Garden, MSG, not like Chinese food, MSG, or Red Rocks, etc. Thanks for the great show. Don't touch your face.
Oh my gosh.
Do not touch your face.
What, like this?
Exactly like that.
And then go like that.
Oh my God.
What? It's too late. We've kissed. It's too late.
When's the last time we kissed?
It's way too late for that kind of precautions.
Do that again. Smells like a lawnmower in here. Smells like a weed eater.
I don't think they can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, like they're gonna.
They're like, yes.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay, where would I want to
If you were a
pursue
professional singer,
Where would you have been? Where would have been your epic place? To
your
sing?
most epic place you could have performed as a solo singer, where would it
Oh
have
my
been?
gosh. My
Canton,
first,
Texas flea market.
yes, Grand Ole Opry. Which one?
It's a pretty iconic place.
It really is an iconic place.
You performed at the Grand Ole Opry?
Yeah,
Impressive.
impressive. The Apollo.
Oh, that one's dangerous.
Yeah, well, it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing Showtime at
Depends
the
if
Apollo,
you're good.
Yeah, and it depends
It's
on
not
if you're
dangerous
good.
if you're
This
good.
Black punk don't pull no punches.
If you're bad,
They'd be like, off the stage. Where's that hook? Where's that man with that horn? Hollywood Bowl, probably. I love the look of the Hollywood Bowl because it's very classic. It's very iconic. Red Rocks, yeah, it's pretty. It's really neat. Being there and seeing it in person was really awesome.
it's a beautiful venue.
It's it's just stunning. I love whoever thought of that. Was good. Good job. Good on you, mate.
But the a lot of people have played at Red Rocks that are like nobody's.
Yeah,
Or
so
like,
it's not as
minor,
spectacular as being at
Madison
the
Square
Hollywood
Garden.
Bowl or the Madison Square Garden. Madison Square Garden, to me, it's more like a sports venue.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people have played at Madison Square Garden. Don't get me wrong. I'm
Dallas
not that
Cowboy
ignorant.
Stadium.
Yeah, but that to me is just that's so cliche. But
Yeah.
you don't hear about a lot of people anymore at the
Live at
Hollywood Bowl.
Budokan.
Yes, exactly.
Angela Lully. Live
Yes.
at Budokan.
Live on top of the Radio City Music Hall's roof of Radio City Music Hall. Radio
Budokan would
City
actually be
Music
pretty
Hall
cool.
would be awesome. The Apollo.
Budokan, because then we could go see the live action, the life-size Gundam model.
There you go.
Japan.
There you go. I would like to have performed at any of the opera houses in Austria. Just places like that, I think would be really awesome. On top of the Great Wall of China, like in one of the center places where there's a lot of people meeting. I think of things like that. Like I would like to stop in the middle of, like, we have a place called the Galleria in the mall where there's all, like a mall that's many levels, like be at the top level and just start singing out over the levels and have everybody kind of look up and see. I think that would be cool.
I'd rather 80,000 people buy a ticket to come see you personally.
That would be
my thing.
pretty cool. But the Hollywood Bowl, I think, would be my first. That's when I think of it. That's my first reaction in my brain. That's the first image that pops up in my brain. And then it would be the Apollo, and then it would be like Radio City Music Hall and like the classic places.
Yeah.
I like the classic places. So
Broadway.
yeah,
Not so much.
not so much.
All right. Well, good.
Where would you want to perform?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Great question.
Yeah. See? If you got booked today, they're like, hey, we're picking out some venues around the United States for your tour, for your solo album. Where would you want to go?
Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Like 80,000 people. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Now all
It's pretty-
80,000 people have to show up though. I don't want to.
Yes.
I don't want to play a stadium to like 30 people. Like
Yeah.
that's not good.
That's not fun.
That's bad.
Yeah, it's a kick in the...
That's a kick in the pants, right? But that would be cool. I mean, just the last concert thing I went to that I was like, this is so crazy. Was at Dallas Cowboy Stadium when I saw Metallica and it was down on the floor and the snake pit. But it was crazy because I was watching the stage the whole time. But every now and then I would turn around and be like, holy crap, this place is like full. Like,
Yeah.
full of people. And I'm like, wow, I wonder what that's like for these guys on stage to be up there playing and looking out to just like a giant arena of people. So like that would be pretty cool. And it's a nice stadium too. It's brand new. I don't want to go play a crappy stadium.
Yeah.
A nice stadium. So that's the first thing I could think of.
Okay. Cool.
Where would you guys like to play? If you were a professional touring musician, this is your job. Where is your like pinnacle? Like once I play here, I've made it. You know you've made it when you've played the Dallas Cowboys Stadium,
Right.
which is true. If you
That
can,
is so
if you
true.
can pack out Dallas Cowboy Stadium and you're not the Cowboys can't even pack. Well, no, they can.
Yeah, they can.
Cowboy fans are diehard even when
Yes, they are, even when they're losing.
the team
For the
is
past 20 years.
not good. They still go to the stadium.
For the
So.
past 25 years.
It's been a while since they were amazing. So come on, Cowboys!
Oh,
I
my
still
God.
love you.
That's a lot. That's a long time.
That's a long time to not be winners.
Yeah. I mean, they win.
They
They
win
just don't
some
win
games.
enough.
They don't win Super Bowls.
Enough. Yeah.
They don't win world championships.
Not since the 90s.
It's been a while. So,
It's been a while.
yeah, demonetized.
Not for that one.
Not for that. All right, that's all the questions for today. Well, there's more questions, but we do not have time to answer all of them.
Yes.
So we will try to this Saturday. What's today? Today's Friday the 13th. That's right. It's Friday the 13th.
No wonder people are going crazy.
Yeah,
It
everybody's
is
sad because
virus. Friday
no
the
one
13th.
cares about Friday the 13th. They care that the
Full moon.
the coronavirus is taking over the world.
Yes.
But it's Friday the 13th, so maybe Saturday the 14th of March.
We'll see.
We may do a live Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Not a real long
We have
one.
Dad's birthday party, though.
Your dad's birthday party is on Sunday. We may do a... Was that what I thought it was? That's
I
what.
don't
So,
know. Okay.
you don't know when your dad's birthday party is?
No.
When's his birthday?
That was Sunday.
That's what I just said.
I know, but I think we're having the party Saturday.
Oh. I don't know.
We're cooking out tomorrow.
We might answer the rest of the questions on a live stream
We'll
tomorrow.
see.
Maybe. So stay tuned. And we'll see about answering the rest of these and having a little live chat tomorrow. Stay tuned. Until then, ask your questions for next week's video in the comment section of this one. We'll choose as many as we can kind of get to.
Yeah.
And yeah. And leave your comments below. Thank you guys so much. Until next video. Oh, wait. Secret hashtag of the day.
Yeah.
If you watch the entire video, this video, from beginning to end, we have a secret hashtag of the day. Type that in with your comment and or question, and you guys will be a legend. So, do you have an idea?
No.
I do.
Okay.
Hashtag Thor. Hashtag Thor.
I actually thought that.
Strongest Avenger.
That was weird.
You were in my brains? I thought you said you didn't think of anything.
I know, but I wasn't gonna think. I thought of it, but I thought no.
I just noticed on your Chotskis, you have an Ant-Man,
Yes, I
And-
don't have a Thor.
and you have a Hawkeye, and you have a Nick Fury.
Yeah.
No Thor.
And a She-Hulk.
There's a She-Hulk. Star Wars. No Thor. We need to correct that. On your 80s denim jacket. I don't have a denim jacket. I need one. So I can be super 80s too. Alright, thank you guys so much. Hashtag Thor, and we will know that you guys watched this whole video, and gals watched this whole video. You are legends. And yeah. And after that, keep the music alive.
Don't forget it.
Music needs you.
And you need the music.
And we need to keep it alive for the next generation
Yes.
of knee slappers. And we'll see you in I love that. That's amazing. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I did it again. See, that wasn't even intentional. I didn't turn on the mic. Son of